Employers are giving due consideration to teleworking where suitable to slow the spread of COVID-19. The National Workers Union is on board with health officials' remote office recommendation in light of community spread of the virus. The pandemic has forced workers globally to adapt to work-from-home environment.
We have been in productive discussions on that from as far back as March, and even upon the onset of new cases lately, certain employers have been reaching out to us in light of reintroducing that sort of mechanism whereby persons who are maybe back office staff or staff who have who use technology, information technology, and can work from home, they are clinging in that direction. So we are supporting it, and certainly it's something that we encourage going forward.
The ability to work remotely depends on a number of factors. Working mothers may have to wear several hats with school out in most of the countries due to the pandemic. Other employees may not have the equipment to do so, and there is the issue of who will foot the bill to provide the tools to work from home. There have been some instances where workers have been let go abruptly. General Secretary of the NWU, Johan Harewood, says employers must provide a legitimate reason for dismissals.
Provisions relating to sick leave and all of these things are still in place. So for you to just send somebody home, you must have a fundamental and a grounded basis for doing so. But it's a situation that we are on top of in terms of what is happening on the ground. We are certainly in discussion with a lot of our members as it relates to that, because you have a situation where people are requiring all sorts of necessary personal protective equipment for them to be able to perform their functions and so forth. So I must say over the last few weeks, the level of discussions that we've been having has been increasing, and we look forward to ensuring that at least whatever matters that may surface relating to not only health and safety but even remote working, that is something we can sit down with the employers and come up with something that both sides obviously can see performing.
The goal of working remotely is to restrict crowding and movement at workplaces.
That is something that you will find that people will probably raise from time to time, whether the allowances that they normally get at work would be applicable to them if they're working from home. But I think for now what we are trying as best to do is to encourage working from home where possible, so that at least you don't have too much movement of people, particularly in a confined workplace. So that, I guess, that discussion will come eventually. But for now, people are cooperating, and that is the thrust and the direction that we're heading into.
Experts believe working from home may be here to stay as more and more countries experience spikes in COVID-19 cases. Google and Facebook are among businesses that have said employees can work from home until at least the next summer. Microsoft and Twitter have allowed some staff to do so indefinitely. Germany's labor minister is seeking to publish a draft law entitled the Mobile Work Act, which makes working from home a legal right. Joachim de Plessis, HTS News Force.